All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back again, the final of the 12-7 tournament on this 25th year of 2000. We have Chip and Milote, who had won their match, and Katas and Grinch, who had won the other match. I've not yet cast the Katas and Grinch match, but we'll get to it eventually. Chip did win the coin toss. He got to pick the map, and he picked Warfare 11. He also got to, or he won the coin toss, got to pick the factions, and he picked Axis, and then he also got to pick the map here. So Grinch should pick the top side, and we'll see how it goes. Kaz as USSR, Grinch as UK, Chip as SS, and Milote as Wehrmacht. We'll see how this goes. Originally, Chip had picked Iwo Jima again, but I had offered the other team the ability to decline that one for fairly obvious reasons. One day of Iwo Jima is enough of Iwo Jima, as one says. Oh yeah, they had changed up the map here. It was not what they were supposed to do. It was supposed to be the original. That's what I was originally told. So we have Milote opening Grenadiers, Chip opening also Grenadiers. We have Marines out from Katas, and Scottish out from Grinch. Grinch and his beloved, or not Grinch, Jesus, what am I talking about? Chip and his beloved Schwimmwagen. Apologize, I'm a little bit out of the loop here. I'm currently trying to see if Scronin wants to comment with me. We have Grinch with the very preemptive AT rifle, probably knowing what Chip does. See if he can go off with the Schwimmwagen once again. So Axis having ignored the middle to begin with. Now the Allies have a little bit of an early edge, 11-5. Schwimmwagen is able to do its thing. AT rifle finally out to try and counter it. Anzac's out from Grinch already. It's like we have Grenadiers and then Sturmgrenadiers for Wehrmacht. And we have Gebirgsjägers for Chip. So yeah, Milote pretty much kicked out of any sort of push over here. He is retaining this for the time being, though. Second Gebirgsjäger on out. And, of course, the MG tried to counter out the Shrowagon. The Shrowagon is deceptively well armored. Does pick off 2 of them. And the machine gunner does go down. And we're seeing a charge now out from Katas. We'll see if that will break the back of Chip. Probably not. 2 centimeter does deal with hordes of infantry pretty well, and it's fairly open. Grinch with an autocannon of his own. Honestly, at this point, I'd probably have Milote just commit the breaking this flank. Because if they can get pushed up into here, they can pretty much cut off middle. This guy, I'm not sure how he managed to sneak through, but he did. Where's he gone? It's pretty funny. SP Grenadiers now on out. AT rifle coming. Misses. Yep, not responding though. Gets lucky with another miss. Does get the kill. Although it is repairable. He made it all the way into their spawn. It's impressive. That would be... Oh, he might get shot by the rear gunner. Oh, they see him now. That's pretty funny. It's been a while since I've seen something like that, especially in a high-level game like this. Checking the kill-wise, we are pretty even. Score also pretty even. Points pretty even. So, close game so far. Again, being engaged by the anti-tank rifle. And we have Stalin's Gambit out with a sniper from Katas. We'll deal with the 2 centimeter pretty well. And the Shrowagon has been repaired. So, a lot of firepower coming on out here for the Axis, but the counter is coming. Boys A2 rifle managed to take out the half-track, so this push will be stalled once again. Somebody loads a PCR, it could theoretically kill the T-70, although I wouldn't put a high chance on it. It can, of course, also very easily kill the T-60. Chip not responding to try and save the half-track here. It's trying to flood through the middle a little bit here. But otherwise playing pretty defensively. I mean, there's a little bit of a push into this point, but nothing too crazy. I'd like to see Chip throw a bunch of smoke up here, then throw some more smoke and get some sandbags down on top of the point. Probably be my play. Down goes the T-60. Staghound now out, and is that a second Oerlikon? Yes, it is. 2 Oerlikons, not something you see very often. Chip going to try and push in here with regular Prinzeugen. He does like the regular Prinzeugen for some reason. They are exceptionally cheap, being only just 124 MP for, I believe, 5 skill guys, so certainly not terrible, but they are mostly just rifles and a bad MG. Here comes Staghound, though. Does manage to avoid the Panzerfaust shot. Orlikin does do some work over here as well. He is able to start flipping that point. Down goes the Panzerfaust. Which means that there's probably going to be a little bit of bullying happening here. We are seeing the Volksgrenadier platoon out as well as the Elite Pack 38. So PT-7A out for Katas, very strong in a position like this. Our Staghound, well, the original Staghound moving over here to help clear this out. Does take out the AT rifle. This is big, as well as the 2cm. Grinch is about to do some absolute work on Chip here. Does manage to get on it and does manage to take out the Staghound in an absolute blaze of glory, but there's an Orlikin now. Manages to decrew it again. A lot of pressure coming in here on Chip's side. Axis really starting to feel a little bit of the pain here. Kills still fairly even. Score a little bit in favor of the Axis, actually. But definitely putting Chip in a bad positioning here, especially if they're able to keep this 2cm decrewed. Regular more Grenadiers than SSSP Grenadiers coming in, though. No tank to really try and counter the Orlikin. More Staghounds, Wasp. Sniper is very far forward. Orlikin still going the work here. There's an AT rifle ready for the Staghound. Is he going to be able to pick it off, though? Panzerfaust fires. Panzerfaust misses. Second AT rifle. Does get a pen, and the Staghound burns out. There's a Wasp. I would imagine he's probably not going to push the Wasp in, given what he's just seen. We're seeing Charge now out, and another set of snipers. Regular snipers, I believe. From Katas. So, just an absolute brawl going on over here. Does manage to get the 2cm back up. Gets a couple of pens on the T-70, but the Orlikin is desperately trying to cut him down. BT-7 also trying to go for it. It's another pen. Breaks the engine on the T-70. Terrible, though. Well, he might have a shot at that BT-7. I'm not sure. But too late now. Really need to see some tanks over here. Pack 38 did manage to take out one of the Orlikins. Swaghound now moving over to that flank as well. And we're seeing a smoke barrage now out from Grinch. See if that has any effect. Penta 3M now being sent over to finally give some tank support over here. Kill-wise has gone into... No, it's still in the Axis' hand, score-wise. I mean, they've lost more guys, but a lot of their guys are pretty garbage. It was actually a pretty cheeky little play with it smoke because of the Wasp. Seeing a big tank commitment over here from Katas. We have the T-34 platoon and another BT-7. So there's now 2 BT-7s, a half-track, a T-70, and 3 T-34s. That gotta be a lot of damage. And that Panzer III Hem does not have a hope and chance to do anything about it. Smoke should be coming down here any second now, if he did deploy it. Oh, that was brutal. 34 manages to get a hit and kills off a couple of the guys in the half-track before they can unload. More Gebirgsjägers and Grenadiers being thrown into the fold. SSVT as well, desperately trying to hold on to the side. Grinch must be holding that smoke or something. Pack Puma has been brought over from Milote to try and hold. But Panzer III gets penned. Down goes one T-34. Panzer III is now pretty much knocked out. Pack Puma very exposed to all of these tanks. He needs to just reverse out of here. He's gonna get punished for it. Gives it the chip. Oh, and the smoke is now down. See if Grinch is able to make this work here. Pack 38 obstructed, but could still potentially find the shots. Smoke blocks the Panzerfaust, and he's able to get in on the Pack 38. Oh, but he only touches it, he doesn't kill it. That's pretty funny. The crew does get out, though. They're killing off the guys, and the Wasp is now in. AT rifle doesn't have a shot. Pack Puma is still alive, does manage to kill off the 1 T-34. Doesn't get the AT rifle, though. This could potentially bite him here. Humber laying down some fire support as well. Not sure what he's trying to do here exactly. But Grinch able to clear out that entire flank. And Marcos tells me my smoke is weak. Sometimes I'm not sure I believe him. He definitely got more than 3 SP worth of value here. Especially if he's able to finish this off. Looks like the Wasp did burn itself out. Was the self-destruct command given in time? It was, so the Wasp will be destroyed. As Pack Puma proving its worth in gold. Katas out with the KV2. That's going to be very difficult for Chip to deal with. Axis still are ahead in score, though they are down in capture points as well as game score, flag score. This needs to unload. We are right now. The Humber is seconds away from killing it. Well, there is an AT rifle still, as said. Hetzers are, or a Hetzer is coming with the looks. Looks like he actually did get a pen on the KV2 with the Pack Puma. Pretty bold little move here, but it worked out. And the Humber was taken down as well. Not really any AT here from Grinch, though, to deal with anything. I mean, he's got a Swag Hound, but limited AT. About to be engaged by the Hetzer. The T-Rifle is looking for the shot. Puma still alive, facing a bad direction, though. BT-7 both still alive as well, giving a lot of fire support. Looks like the Hetzer did get tracked here by the BT-7s. Need to keep the fire going on that. And Flam Panzer Wagon going up through the middle. Barely manages to not catch himself on fire. Does get a couple of decrews with the KV2 shot, but still going. AT rifles right here just running on in. Tulip does manage to take out the Hetzer on this side. That's pretty big. And there is also a Cromwell CS to help lock down this flank over here. Panzer Wagon does go down to the BT7. And we have another smoke barrage coming down. Although I'm curious what the intent here is with that one. Thatcher is just continuing to be bullied over there. Max is pretty rough shape at the moment. In fact, Chip has already spent all of his SP, so we're not going to see any ace tank. And the BT7 manages to kill off the Hetzer as well, probably just from repeated spalling. Somehow that Pack Puma is driving around on only 2 wheels on one side, which I wasn't aware was possible. I guess just those 2 middle wheels are not required. Funny though. Does manage to save itself from a Staghound though. But KV2 finally finds its number. And CS continuing to block this area off. The Grinch still does not hold this, which is interesting. Looks making a run in. That's not going to accomplish very much. Needs to move this around here, try and save it from the CS, or get up under its gun. Needs to be like in here, potentially. Curious to know whether Grinch had activated the smoke or not. There's the CB cost to holding it. Seeing Panzer IV, Lux, and Panzer III, so a complete little armored complement coming in here. But this is a lot to try and get through. He does not have any infantry anymore. Did call in the smoke. I think I do need to turn up the sound buffers because I am only getting some of these call-ins, but as you can see, a giant amount of smoke now down. Honestly, probably hurts the allies more at this point. I say that, but that was brutal with a KV2 shot. And Grinch is finally getting into this location. Puma looking to find a shot on the CS, I'm guessing. This is likely an AT rifle, though. Or no, that might be a Grenadier. There's an AT rifle here, though. So Puma probably going to get forced off. They're definitely trying to come in. CS does manage to take off the Puma. AP2 showing its worth. Milote buying the dual Panzer IV. Just trying to get something on the field meaningful. T-Rifle gets a pen on this wagon, doesn't kill it though, so it's able to probably do a little bit of marauding. It does break the engine, second shot, or third shot I should say. So maybe not. Panzer IV does have to be careful though. It definitely get penned in the side by that 37. I don't know what Milote has that is getting killed that doesn't have a localization here. Definitely a bug that needs to be fixed. Stack count does go down to the AT rifle. And the British infantry and the, well, I guess mostly Soviet infantry is now well pushed in here. Once the smoke clears out, these Axis infantry are not going to last for long. Looks is still alive in the smoke, but that is going to be over in relatively short order here. There it goes. Kill-wise, it is very much in the Allies' favor by 50%. So, not looking too good here for the Axis. KV2 leading the ranks. Other smoke barrage now set to come in over here. And we have the weird Whopper, which actually doing a fair bit. CS did manage to get taken down by a Panzerschreck. That is a sneaky little shot over there. New unit, by the way. Respectable number of kills. Not great, though. It is fairly cheap, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, that was paratroopers, which, not playing the sound again, which is interesting. I don't know if that's a sound buffer issue or what's going on. Looking to be pretty over here for the Axis. Allies managed to put the pressure on and kept it going, really. This paratrooper is now going to be concealed in by the smoke. Does get a pen on Panzer IV. Panzer IV trying to react, and down it goes. Unfortunate. Looks going for it. But yeah, pretty decisive win here for the Allies by the looks of it. I don't really see a way they can come back. And I think the game... Oh, no, they called it. So that will be game. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a pretty decisive end to the finals. So I will catch you guys next time.